Hello and welcome to Nanny Moon's Crochet. My name's Sally and it is the 10th of July 2024 and it's Wake Up My Christmas Whips in July. And because we're waking up Christmas whips, I've got a big book here, I've got some stickers on it, look. I always just write what I've been doing and keep up to date with. So I thought just for this I'd use my little gingerbread pen, and I actually always you'd use this all through the year, but I've actually got my Christmas mug as well. Like I said, I use that all year round because I love it. I just love Christmas. Anyway, enough about what I like. let me show you what I've been up to. Now, last week I've made some. Where's my pattern? I was making these little Christmas lights. Now, I don't know, 3-4 years ago I started these. I'd done a few of them, but it was very early on in my crochet journey. As I showed you, they were full of holes, they weren't stuffed very well. It's a very easy pattern. It's by Teeny Crochet Designs, spelled Teenie, Crochet's Designs. And I'd made these, look, I showed you, and I was going to undo them, and then I thought no, because that's, that's the start. I made them and I was proud of them. So what I did, the ones that I'd done, I just strung them together. So you just did a chain, and I'd got some little Christmas buttons, so at the end I just threaded a little Christmas button. So they're very soft, they're very little button at the like I showed you, you could see all the stuffing. And so I wanted to make more, but I thought those little few, those were the beginning of my crochet journey. So it's nice to compare, isn't it? I think how you've come on. So I haven't made another big strip. I'm using this Sirdar Happy Cotton. It's just a double knitting, and there's 20 grams in these, and it's 43 meters, but you can get quite a few out of these little balls. So anyway, what have I done? I must have been using a 4mm hook for those others, so I've come down to a 3.5 hook, and then so these are my little. I'm going to do, you do 10, 2 of each colour, but can you see the size? These are quite small. Hang on, let me just put them next to them. Compared to that, these are quite small, but I'll still use the others, but these are much firmer, and there's not holes, look. So it's I've definitely come on in my crochet journey, so I think that's nice to compare. So so I'm going to just hang these up behind me, as we, like I said, just for July, with Christmas in July. So what could I could wear it as a necklace, or maybe not. I just had this thought I could wear it as a necklace. Oh, that's joined now. That's what I'll do. Oh, that's what, but I can't get it off now. The buttons are. That's it. Just for July, I'll maybe wear that as a necklace. Or my husband will look at me and say, "What the heck are you doing? Baubles round your neck." Anyway, let me carry on. Right. So the other whip I'm working on. Told you the pattern. all the yarn. Oh no, that's my blanket. Oh, right. I'll carry on. My next Christmas project, a whip. This whip, I think it must be the oldest whip, because this is 11 years old. This magazine, you just can't believe it, can you? Anyway, that's the this is the chart for it I'm working through. And let's have a look, let me find you there. 2013 this magazine was, and this is the cushion. Lovely, isn't it? And at the time I was knitting. I hadn't really picked up my crochet again, so I don't know why I left it. I must have just, don't know whether I got fed up of it or what, but it just went by the wayside. Anyway, it was a kit from that book, and you got all these little balls of yarn. You got enough to make the cushion, and you know, they're okay. They're not the best, but they're yarn, aren't they? So I'd got up to just, I'd just started on the parcel, the Christmas present. This is like a Christmas present here. So I've done all these rows. Little penguin, look. I found that. Put on the end of your needles. It was appropriate, wasn't it, for Christmas in July? I think these needles are called Zing, the make of them. Anyway, so yes, I've done from here. I've done 11 rows, but you see on the back where you've got to carry all the yarn across. I can't. When I come to crochet, I'm a bit. I'm always a bit wary of, you know, a bit worried of doing that. And yet I've done it in knitting, look. But it'll have to be blocked. But I think that's coming quite nice, isn't it? That'd be lovely for Christmas. We've got hearts and trees, and I've just got to do. So we've got to there. All I've got to do is that little section now. Just the trees, that'll be a bit of, not hard, but carrying the yarn, and then those are all plain. So probably got let's have a look. I've just done the plain, so I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, about 23 more rows. So I think won't have finished it next week, but I'll do. Quite enjoyed knitting because I haven't knit for a long time, but generally if I do knit now, it's chunky, it's Aran or chunky, so this is only DK, so it takes longer, but never mind. I've only got, I think it's 30 stitches on, so I should do a little bit more on that. I'd love to get that finished. And then you don't crochet a back, you just it says to use felt, and you just cut 2 rectangles and then a piece a bit bigger, and it's sort of, you know, like a pillow. It sort of folds in on itself. It just does that, so you don't need zips or anything like that. So I should probably, I keep wondering what these red things are. Oh dear. I've got some fleece there. I should probably use that. So that was my Christmas lights. Now the other thing I'm working on, and like I said, I think this project might take me beyond July, but then at least I'll be closer to it. And it's the Maria's Blue Crayon Christmas Granny Square Afghan Crochet Along. And all these little, she's got all these on YouTube. Yeah, on YouTube, on her playlist. She's got all these little Christmas motifs, and then she's got a YouTube tutorial for the Granny Square. So I think I paid for this. Yeah, it's because I wanted to print it all out. I just like a physical copy, so I printed it out. But all of these are on YouTube. There's a snowman, a Santa, the little lights, a reindeer, gingerbread man, a wreath and a tree and all sorts. So you yes, I did. I paid for the pattern so I could print it out. So anyway, last week she's got the Granny Square tutorial, and that's just really easy. But I hadn't quite, oh, that's my lights. I hadn't quite realised how many I'd still got to do. I started it in, I think it was 20, let me think, might have been 2018, and I must have started it in about September. And I was just doing a square a day and just taking my time, casually doing it. And then I suddenly realised the amount of squares I had to do, there's no way I was going to finish it before Christmas. So then I must have put it aside and gone on to something else. But I'm using a 6.5mm hook. And I'm using sorry, somebody's just trying to call me then. 0124. No. Stylecraft Special Aran in gold. And Stylecraft Special Aran in lipstick. And I'm also using just same thing, Stylecraft Special Aran in just green. So, because they used silver for all the motifs, silver squares, and then put the motifs. So she used different colours, but that's the colours I was sticking to. Just wanted red, green and gold. So, last week, when I first picked it up again, I'd done, let me see, these are the ones I'd done. So I'd done one red one, one red square, no, oh goodness me, I think it's these baubles round my neck putting me off. This is what I'd done, this is my pile. I'd done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'd done 10 green, and all in all, the blanket, it needs 64. It's 8 by 8, so it needs 64 squares. It needs 32 gold, 16 red and 16 green. So I'd done 10 green last week. So I did 6 more. So I've got all my green squares. Glad about that, because I think once you've got something finished, you feel better, don't you? Now, I'd only got one red one, and I've only done one more red one. So I've got 2 red. So I need to do I need 16, so I've got 14 more red to do. And the gold, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've done 6 gold, and I've done another 4. But besides those 4, I just thought I'd see what they looked like with that's a bit high. I sewed that on a bit high, didn't I? Was trying to get that in the centre. The centre's here, so it's a bit high, but I don't think it'll matter. I don't think you'll notice that when they're all together. So I've sewn the wreath on, and I knew these were going to be the trickiest really to sew on, because they're, so this was the tree. I don't know which way that's meant to be up, but the little, it's all about the baubles, isn't it, this week. So I've sewn the bauble on just to see what they'd start looking like. So yeah, that's what they're going to be like, with a red and a green. So I'm really excited. The granny squares take me half an hour, exactly 30 minutes of time myself, because they're just, 6.5 hook and ever so basic. It's lovely granny square. You start off with your 6 double crochets into a magic ring, then you increase it to 12, then you're just making it into the square. There's 6 rounds in all. So I've got the pattern. I've got the pattern in my head now. So I'm really excited to get more of those done. I think. Look at my big pile. Lovely, and they're so soft because it's nice and loose. I think maybe for next week I might start sewing them together. I'm not 100% certain whether I'm going to single crochet them together or hand sew them. I think I tend to hand sew them, because I just have this memory in my head. I remember years ago, my mum must have taught me how to crochet, just basic, and then I went on to knitting because I didn't stick to crochet at all. Couldn't read patterns, so I didn't stick with it. But I remember doing loads of squares, and I remember crocheting them together. And when it had been washed and we'd used it and that, and all of a sudden, one little end must have come undone, or got caught or something, and the whole row just came off. It all just, you know, if you pull one end and it all came away. So I just have that memory, and I think if ever, you've took the trouble to make all these squares, and I'd hate for it to get caught and a whole row gets. I think what I'm trying to say is, I'm rambling. I think what I'm trying to say is, I think in my own mind it'd be more secure if I sewed it, and I don't mind sewing squares together. It said use the back loops of both squares, so, and I'd just do a whip stitch, I think. Not sure what colour to use. Not sure what colour to use, because we're going to have green, red and gold. What do you think? Should I sew them up? Because the border, I don't think I'll actually do the border that she's done. I'm stuttering. The border, it's striped, but you do it like this. Look, you crochet some of the white, then some of the red, and then you're attaching the red to there, then you go back the white to there, then you go back to the red, and so it's like that. Look, it's sort of loops. You're doing it alternate but I really don't think I'm going to do that. I'm not going to do that border. I'll just do a basic. Might do half double crochet, or might just do a single crochet round and then a half double crochet round. I just don't want the border to be fancy, because these take your eye off this, wouldn't it? But what colour do you think for sewing them together? Wonder whether to use a black or a silver. And for the border, so for joining them and the border, I'd like your advice if you don't mind. I'm thinking black, silver, or the gold. Yeah, I'll leave it with you. I'll let you decide. We'll all have a vote. A colour to join them together, and the border. Whether to use the green, the red, the gold, or a black, a silver, or a colour in between, or right. So I'll leave that with you anyway. So I have to take these off my neck. They're distracting me. These little red lights hanging down. They were distracting me. Oh, that's it. They've come undone. Oh, I'll hang them up somewhere. So I'll be wearing them again next week. Hope you're all doing well. Dot's she's still poorly, so I'll give her a ring today, see how she's doing. But my husband's woke up this morning with a banging headache. I think, oh dear, I hope he hasn't got it now as well. And he very rarely gets a headache, and he never has paracetamol, and he's actually said, where's the paracetamol? So he's got an absolutely throbbing, banging headache. So, oh dear. But like I said, COVID it's everywhere, and as you've said to me, you've got family members and things with COVID still, so just keep really safe. I think I know Dot for a certain, when she's better, she's going to wear a mask. She said she won't go anywhere without wearing a mask, because she's felt so rotten. And like I said, it's everywhere. So raining today as well, so could well be Christmas. Could well be October, November. That's what it feels like today. So take care, everybody. Love you all, and whatever you're doing, whoever you're doing it with, be safe and be kind to one another. And I'll see you all on Monday. Love you all. Bye. Bye.